Hey guys, my name is Jamira and welcome to my first mukbang. Well, I don't know, we should consider this a mukbang just because I know in mukbangs you usually eat a lot and I can't eat a lot. And I'll tell you guys about that once I show you what I'm gonna eat. This is going to be my second breakfast brunch-ish because it's 10:30 my time, and since I wake up at 4:30 every morning with my wife, I usually have like a snack if I'm gonna stay up. So I'm going to do one of my favorite things is I'm gonna do a wrap, and these are pretty good to have just because they're only 100 calories, and I tend to watch what I eat and the calories on a lot of things just because I'm, always making sure that I don't gain weight since I had weight loss surgery a few years ago. So this is my wrap. This one is is a multi-grain with flax seeds. So, I don't really care what they have or the flavor as long as the calories are good. I always keep my calories in mind. Shit, I forgot a spoon. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a couple spoons and I have my half cup measuring cup. I'm one of those that always measures everything. I measure everything, the rice, not so much the veggies, but the rice and the beans and everything else. So on my wrap, I'm gonna add quinoa. Like I usually make my wraps out of everything that I have in the house leftover, and I have leftover quinoa. So I'm gonna try to make sure that my wrap closes for the most part because I make these so ridiculously packed. I add, sometimes I don't even add quinoa, but since I have it, I'm gonna add it. But sometimes it's literally like lettuce, tomatoes, whatever meat I have, if I have any, sometimes cheese, what else? Cucumbers, fresh tomatoes, cilantro, chives. To this one, I'm gonna add, like I mentioned, the quinoa. And this is a dip that I found the recipe for online, and it's called cowboy dip, if I'm not mistaken. And hopefully you guys can get a good look at it. It's black beans, black eyed peas, tomatoes, cilantro. I add scallions to it. You're supposed to add corn, but I didn't have any corn. What else? And then the dressing is with like a fresh lime, half of a lime, some vinaigrette, some red wine vinegar, olive oil, honey, salt. So this is gonna be like my meat. I don't have any meat. I just have like a piece of fish left over, and I only like fish when I'm in the mood. And today is not the day. So I think this is about half a cup, and I'm gonna add some of that juice so that my quinoa is not dry. Bam. So good. This dip is so good. I can eat the whole thing with Townhouse pita, Mediterranean pita crackers. So I'm done with this. And then I also have some leftover, what are these called? Cauliflower. There we go. Some leftover cauliflower and some avocado. I'm Dominican, so I need to have avocado in my house all the time. I think after I moved out of my mom's house and I got married, I tend to keep a few things at home to make me feel like I'm back at home. Does that make sense? Or, to remind me of my family, my mom, the things that she would normally have and eat. Like I love when I go to an international supermarket and they have good plátanos, or they have tayota, which is child in English, if I'm not mistaken. I'll show you guys one day. And when they have good yuca, which is yucca, oh my god, that is so delicious. I love it. And when they have salami and all that stuff. Oh, and when they have limoncillos, I don't know what that's called in English, but I love when they have that. It's like a summer fruit. There you go. See, just top all that in there. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to close this, but whatever. I'm still going to eat it. And then the cauliflower. So this cauliflower, I was trying to roast the whole head of cauliflower, but it was taking too long, so I ended up just cutting it up in the same pan that I was trying to roast it in. And I seasoned it with a blend of cilantro, half an onion, red pepper, fresh garlic, and what else? Oregano. You know, just blend some seasonings together and see what it tastes. Blend it with a little bit of water, and it's so good. So I think that's all I'm gonna add. I had some feta cheese, but I don't know how that's gonna taste, but I'm gonna add it anyway. I don't care. I always like to mix my flavors and just add a whole bunch of stuff together and see what it turns out. And a lot of times it's good, and sometimes when it ain't good, I just won't make it anymore. You have to be adventurous, right? I don't think I'll be able to fold this. Look how fat it is. Doesn't matter. It's so delicious. Oh, I didn't add the cheese. Some feta cheese. Break it up in there. Feta cheese is really good. Do you guys like feta cheese? If you guys like wraps, hit this video a like. I love wraps. Okay, so I'm ready to eat. I'm starving. I haven't eaten since like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm gonna have my handy dandy coffee. I love coffee. I'm such a coffee lover. It's like the first thing I go for in the morning. It's my Keurig machine. Oh man, this is gonna be a mess. I mean, it's alright when it's a mess when you're not recording yourself, but this is gonna be a mess. So I apologize in advance. That cauliflower is so big and good. I like cold food. Do you guys like cold food? You know, do you ever go in the fridge for like water and you end up just eating out of the cold ass containers and you're like, I'm a fucking savage. Like, why don't I just serve myself a plate? But then you're like, I don't really want that much, but you end up walking away from the refrigerator with your mouth like this. Yep, that's me. Don't judge me, judge yourself, because you do it too. My jaw's snapping. This is crunchy. Shit. That's so good. Let's see. It's the quinoa, avocado, black beans, just a whole bunch of stuff. Give this a try. If you guys, you know, just have a whole bunch of leftovers, you don't know what to do with them, always make sure you have some healthy wraps at home. And just wrap it all together. Who cares? So good. So good. I've never been a picky eater, But since my weight loss surgery 7 years ago, 7 years ago, I had gastric bypass, and the surgery I had was the one where they make your stomach a lot smaller, and they also reroute your intestines so that your food could just go in and out. Your food doesn't have time to sit there and, you know, marinate in your body, and for your body to grab the bad stuff and store it like it usually do. But it also means that your body doesn't grab and store the good stuff from the food that you're having. So anywho, so after having surgery, I had to change my eating habits because you're on a puree diet for a few weeks or about a month, and then you can slowly start to incorporate things. But I was so terrified of getting sick, of having like the throwing up. I won't say the word because I won't even be able to repeat it, like pronounce it properly. But when you just throw up constantly, back to back to back to back, I was afraid of that because I've never been like a throw up fan. And I mean, who is? But anyway, and I was afraid of eating stuff and just getting really sick, going to the hospital, dying. Like I was afraid. So I was on a really, 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 you know, I would like to say healthy diet for the first year. And for the second year, I lost 135 in 1 year. So I would like to say that that's, you know, that's a good healthy diet. That was a good balance. Mm. Avocado is life. I'm classy. I wet my mouth with this. It's like 30 minutes later, I'm still chewing. That's another thing. I love to eat fast, which I constantly tell myself, slow the fuck down. I like to have mouthfuls. Like, I don't know, I just want the whole, you know, the food in my mouth. But I also take forever chewing because I have to make sure that everything's chewed properly. Even though my surgery's been so long ago, my mentality is that my surgery was literally like a year ago, a few months ago. And I think that's good. That's been working really well with me. But anyhow, so after the surgery, I gave up a lot of stuff. I gave up a lot, and you know, when I was starting to eat food, I was eating them, you know, like a cheeseburger with cheese, just the meat and the cheese, but no bun. And I wouldn't eat rice. And, you know, so I look at food differently. Like, this is huge. This looks really big. If I were to go to Chipotle and they give me that huge burrito, I'll probably be able to eat like 1/4 or maybe 1/3 of it, pushing it. But this I can eat the whole thing because it's literally just healthy stuff. It looks big because I put a lot of avocados, and I put, you know, the what is it, the quinoa, but it was half a cup of quinoa, so everything in here is healthy. But other than that, I always watch what I eat because I don't want to gain weight. I always say this when I make a wrap, that I should put everything in a bowl first, like the quinoa, avocado, blah, 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 everything. Mix it and then put it on top of the wrap so that every bite, I mean, not that I don't have a little bit of everything in every bite, but if you can see, my quinoa is at the bottom and then all my good toppings are at the top. It's still good because I season my quinoa, but still. Maybe next time I'll learn my lesson. This is when it starts to fall apart. Mmm. Look at the cauliflower. This is so bizarre, like a cauliflower in a wrap. But I always use what I have. I always use what I have to make my lunch, my breakfast, or come up with new dinner ideas. Mm. Mm. I love veggies. That is one thing that I'm grateful for after surgery, was that I was able to appreciate food a lot better. I mean, I was not the healthiest eater. I was eating too much of everything, too much junk food, too much fast food, too much rice, too much heavy shit. I don't know if I was eating a lot of greasy stuff, because, I mean, I definitely don't like it now. I mean, I do, but I don't indulge on it all the time, or whatever. Um, and I think I would go to any and all fast food places, but now it's just a few selective few that I care to go to, and that's if it's like a last resort type of thing. And I like to prep my meals before I go anywhere. Like, if my wife and I are doing a road trip somewhere, I'll make us something, or, buy something that I know I like, instead of like eating out at a fast food. Have any of you guys that are watching me right now, have any of you guys had weight loss surgery? If so, like, how did it change you? Was it successful? Did you have any problems? How much have you lost? Have you gained any back? You know? And if you don't want to put it, you can always send me a private message. Mm. So good. I'm sure that this is the best wrap I've ever made, thanks to the cauliflower. Let me see. I'll give you guys a closer look at the cauliflower. Look. The sauce that I pour over it looks, greenish and stuff. And I baked it in the oven. Then I was trying to roast it. Not roasted. Is that the thing? I guess so. I was trying to have it crisp up, but it wasn't gonna crisp up, and I'd rather have it with a bite than have it mushy. So I took it out. I'm not sure what I'm gonna cook for dinner today, but last night we had ground turkey with sauteed kale and butter and garlic, just a little bit of butter and fresh garlic, and pinch of salt, and brown rice. Mm. Mm. I'm so satisfied right now. At this very moment, I'll let you guys know. This is the Fitbit. I have almost 12,000 steps. My daily goal is 19,000. Oh, if you guys want to add me on any challenges, please do so. Just send me a message or type your email, and I'll add you guys. So this is also a big motivation. My mother-in-law gave it to me. And ever since, at first I didn't get the hang of it on how to use it. It was like, okay, you get your 10,000 steps, and I will get to like 8,000, sometimes 10,000, tired as hell. And now I could do 30,000 steps in one day. I mean, it's incredible what you can work your body up to do, you know? Just like when I do the workout videos by myself or with my wife, whenever we want to go on a weight loss challenge together, we'll start with like P90. No, not P90X. Max 30, which is a derivative of it. It's all in the same family. And we would do the videos, and at first I'll be like, oh, I'm tired, I can't. But towards the end of week 2, going into week 3, I can just do the whole thing, and I'll be pumped. I'll be going harder than her. That was pure avocado. I am done. I'm satisfied. I have a lot of steps to do. That was good. If you guys ever want to, lose some weight and look for healthy things to do, a wrap is definitely my go-to. I get these from the supermarket, of course, duh. But sometimes they don't have these by the bread section. There's always a bread aisle. They won't have these by the bread aisles. They usually have this by the deli section, where they have the fancier breads. And these are not expensive at all. They're probably like, $3 to $4, and they have maybe like 10 in the pack or something. No, 6. But they're very filling, and they're very good. So I probably won't eat anything else until like 4 or something when my wife gets back from work. We like to have dinner together. And just make sure that you put things in it that you like. Don't just say you're going to do all veggies if that's not what you're all about. If you want to put some meat in there, trust me, if I would have had some chicken, I would have put some chicken in it. I could have put some ground turkey now thinking about it, but it didn't even cross my mind. And if you guys like dips or beans and veggies and tomatoes, look up this recipe. It's if I can find the link and I can figure out how to do it, because like I said, this is my first video. It's the cowboy dip. It came up on my Instagram feed, and I was like, yo, that looks good. And I literally said that would go so well with quinoa, and it did. The only thing I had to change in the recipe was adding a little bit more red wine vinegar, because maybe the brand I was using is not as strong as the brand that they used for the video. But anywho, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me eat, and I hope you guys had something delicious and healthy and satisfying to eat with me. Comment, subscribe, because I will also be doing some healthy recipes. I mean, this was just something I threw together from leftovers in my fridge, but I will try my best to cook live. Not live, but you know what I mean, right here. Cook in front of you guys so that you guys can see how, I put things together. I'm very, I don't know if eclectic will be the word, but I'm very creative when it comes to the kitchen. And especially in this kitchen now, because we moved here in September in our new house, and I have such a big, beautiful kitchen. Like, if I can change one thing about this kitchen, it would be to take this thing out, which is where the sink is. I'll show you guys one day, and just put an island and put bar stools. I need an island in my dream kitchen, but this kitchen is definitely a dream come true, because I had a very tiny, narrow kitchen where, 2 people was just way too many. And I was able to do miracles in that kitchen and cater for 100 people and stuff like that. A girl used to cater. But, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you guys want to see me eat anything in front of you guys. Alright, have a good one. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.